Hello, hello. It's been a while, right? So today, actually, I'm coming to you guys. It's almost Christmas, and I'm just gonna give you something special, something from my heart today. I'm gonna give you my personal testimony of how I was told no so on two big occasions in my life, and how they actually turned around to being my biggest and greatest yes. So, the other day on Facebook, it was December the 16th, I put this post up about how I moved into my first home, right? And everybody knows that I'm a real estate broker. I sell homes for a living now. But in 2008, I had just started my career in real estate, in which it was pretty much a struggle for me. And so with that, at the same time, I was trying to figure out my life. And I was really trying to figure out a way to get a new place for me and my son. I had been back in with my mom, even ended up staying with one of my girlfriends, during this time. And so as I was trying to figure it out. So while trying to figure it out, I was applying for apartments. And in my apartment search, everybody kept telling me no. Pretty much no, you don't have a job. I was collecting unemployment at that time. And I had just started in real estate, so I hadn't really made any money. And so the money that I was getting, I was like, okay, I'm just going to save this money, put this money to the side, so that when it's time for me to get a place, I'll have it for my first month's rent and a deposit. Had it in my bank account. And so, and it was about $1,500 to be honest. And so I held on to this money, and then all of a sudden I was showing this one client these properties in the city of Detroit, and she wanted to place bids on them. She said, look, I know somebody that told me if we place lower bids on these properties, we'll be able to get one. And so it actually worked for her. And after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of broke too. Let me see if I could get one in, right? And so I just was kind of browsing through properties, and I had went to this property that was kind of close to my mom. It's about 2 blocks over, and I said, okay, this is the one that I'm going to bid in. It was a smaller house, perfect for me and my son. Needed a lot of work, but I said, okay, this is the one that will work best for us. This is the one will be perfect for us. However, God had a different plan for me. I started scrolling past properties, and this one house just kept popping out. I never lived on the west side in my entire life. I'm an east sider forever. This one house just kept coming to me, and it said, bid the amount of money in your bank account right now. And the amount of money in my bank account at that time was $1,500. And so I put this bid in. I was like, my heart was beating fast. I remember sitting at the computer in my mama's back room, and I put the bid in for $1,500, not expecting anything to really happen or come of that. And the offer came through, and it was like, your offer has been accepted on this house. Now, I'm hoping that it's the house around the corner, but that house actually didn't. My offer didn't get accepted on that particular property. So then I drive to this house on the west side. I'm like, oh my God. I walked in it. It had a horrible smell. It was huge. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I can't really do this. This is too much, for me, and I don't need this much house. I had one other person to come with me, and he was like, no, you don't need to get this house. You're just going to have to figure out something. Now, at this time, I'm pretty much like kind of semi-homeless because me and my mom aren't in the best place. And then I have to now go and sleep. I was actually sleeping on a blow-up mattress with my baby, who was only a couple months old. And I was like, you know what? If this is the one that God wants me to have, this is the one that I'm going to go ahead and just move forward with. One of my friends came and she said, this will be good for you. You could do it, E. You could do it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I, took that house and pretty much still was kind of pinching pennies, holding on to those unemployment checks, and put that house together with everything. And it was so funny how everything worked out. Home Depot, they used to have this Oops paint, and you could buy it for $1 and $5. And so the colors that I had envisioned in my life, that I had envisioned in my dreams, it said go to Home Depot and get this paint, and the paint was there, that color for me, or somebody was willing to give me something in order to put in this house. So I put this house together with almost nothing. But on December the 16th, me and my son were actually able to move in that year after I closed. Really excited about that. Now let's fast forward about 7.5, almost 8 years into my current house. And so I had a bunch of break-ins. It was actually 2 break-ins in the same week, and I just decided, oh my God, I can't live here anymore. I just don't feel safe. They had actually ripped the screen door off the side of my house, and I'm like, okay, I just can't live here. I don't feel safe anymore. And so, I have been building my business, new to, building a business or whatever. And so again, my finances were a lot better than what they were then, but my credit. So I've been selling everybody else's houses, and so I go to apply for a loan, and the loan is denied. So there was a no there. And I'm like, oh my God. But then I said, you know what? No. God told me to look for a house, and I'm going to get a house. And then all of a sudden, he says, look for houses, about that have been on the market for this amount of time. Now, see, I don't got no money. I don't got no loan. Well, I don't have, money to really buy for the house that I was looking in. But I knew that if there was a will, there was a way. So then I said, okay. I went and I found the house that I currently live in today. And I walked in and I'm like, oh my God, this house needs a lot of work. It smells like cat poop. It's just a lot of just crazy stuff going on in this house. It was ugly, very ugly. And so, but I said, you know what? It's nice because I can actually see me and my son living here. It's a home that I could it's a home that I could definitely make beautiful because I had done a bunch of that. I could definitely make beautiful because I had done a bunch in the past. And so okay, what can I do? Pick up the phone and call a friend. Called this friend and told them, look, my house had been broken into twice this week. I really need to get this house. I could put my house up for sale, but I have this house that I need to put an offer in on. And so I put in the offer on this house, and they said, okay, well, how much do you need? And I told them the larger amount, of course. And I said, well, if I sell my house, then I'll be able to give you a portion back and maybe pay you the remainder over time. He said, no, we're not going to, do it like it's a real mortgage, like you're paying rent. We're going to need the money back in a short amount of time. Short amount of time meaning 6 months. So I said, okay, I can do it. At this point, I'm selling my own house. I have another property that I had invested in, and waiting for the people to actually get out of that house. So I'm going to put that house back together and just sell that house. I just did my first flip on a property, a smaller project, and I'm like, okay, if I sell all 3 of these houses, I'll be able to pay for this house. And that's exactly how it happened. And I was able to pay off my second home with all of my investments and my own money. So there's no 30-year mortgage again. So that's twice. I was told no for renting an apartment. I was told no for getting a loan. But I have owned 2 properties free and clear in the last 10 years. Praise God, right? And so I honestly just wanted to share this story to let you know that sometimes, even though the road may look like, everybody's trying to tell you no, or that you really can't do it, you can. And where there's a will, there's a way. There's always somebody willing to help you or show you a new way or put you on the right track to where you need to be. So even though things may look kind of crazy in your life, I know that anything is possible and everything is possible. If you could dream it, you could see it. I saw myself in 2 houses, 2. And I lived in both of them for years. Free and clear, no mortgage, no rent. So you can do it. And during this time, I know a lot of people are going through a lot of different things and don't have money for this or don't have money for that. But just know that your breakthrough is on the way. Your turnaround is on the way. Just because you don't have something don't mean that it's not going to come to pass, or that it won't come to pass sooner than you thought. You're thinking that, only your hands can do it, but that's not always true. There's people that are watching you, that want to bless you. There's people that will show you a way to do something that will turn your life around. And so just be hopeful and positive, and know that every no doesn't always have to stay a no. It can turn into a yes. So have a great day, enjoying your family, and just focusing on moving forward. And again, I had 12 gifts you can give to others. I'm going to just read these really, really quick. 1 was to be an inspiration. 2 was to be helpful. 3, be positive. 4, be grateful. 5, be an encourager. And 6, be of good service. And my number 7, actually, my husband said this to me today. He said, you are the light. And I said, oh, look at God working on him, because Jesus, no, he don't speak nothing like that. But anyways, he said, you are the light. And to me, that was so positive, because I pray every day to be a light onto someone else. May somebody take my story and know that anything in the world is possible for you. So have a great day moving forward.